Thanks for joining Living on the Cheap and trying to figure it all out. Yeah, that's what we're doing lately, trying to figure it all out. Seems that I'm just kind of going through the pieces of life and I have no idea at all what I'm doing. Yesterday was Sunday and we did nothing. I think I napped for about an hour and did nothing. My eldest wasn't home. My youngest watched Harry Potter with my husband. That's it. I was on the computer all day, doing nothing, just wasting away my day. Yeah, should have been sewing, really. Should have been productive, really. Should have been pre-making today's video. Didn't do that either. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you about something a little bit serious. Serious? Oh, not bad. My videos are always about living on the cheap and taking shortcuts, or not necessarily shortcuts, but doing things that maybe are better for me and my family. I don't know if I've mentioned, I try to do a 28-day reset, and it's been actually really awesome. Through the blog of Laddies, and I believe it's up on their website. I'll try to find it and link it down below. If I don't link it, that means I didn't find it. But I'm sure one of you smart pants can out there. Anyhow, what it does is it's a 28-day reset. So it limits what you're eating so that you can slowly introduce different foods and find out what's affecting you. This is great if you are bloated a lot and you don't know why, or if you think you're gaining weight and you can't figure out why, even though you've been exercising and eating healthy. So I was bloating quite a bit. In fact, I was starting to think that I'm getting a little fat, which was weird because I am not fat by any means whatsoever, but I had a gut. And I've always had a gut since before I had kids, I think. But since I had children, it's quite a bigger gut. Anyhow, so what I've done was I've cut out alcohol. I've cut out added sugar. I have cut out carbs and not all dairy. It says to cut out dairy. I cut out milk, but I still eat yogurt and cheese, which my dietitian, yes, I have a dietitian, says that usually people who cannot have milk can still eat those other things because they have been fermented and aged. So the lactose in them are totally different than with the original product, the milk. So after having done this, I started drinking milk again because I like coffee quite a bit. I always have a very, very strong homemade latte. It might be a cappuccino. I don't know. It's like half a cup of espresso, half a Tim Hortons coffee cup because I like their mugs. Can't drink their coffee anymore and I'm about to tell you why. But yeah, so half of it would be espresso coffee, half. That's a lot of espresso. And the other half would be foamed milk. Anyways, I had stopped drinking milk for 2 weeks and I put it back. I was dying for a coffee, so I did. I put it in and I bloated out like a balloon. More like a beluga whale. I bloated out so much. And I had a little bit of an upset stomach. It wasn't too bad, but the way I bloated, I couldn't believe how bloated I had gotten. It was ridiculous. And I was kind of concerned. I was like, what the heck could I have eaten? I couldn't figure it out. Next morning I woke up and it was all gone. I didn't even have, well, maybe I did. I always have gas at night, but I think maybe it was worse that night. I don't know. I'm a gaseous person. What can I say? But a lot of hot air in me, you know. But yeah, so I figured out the only thing I had done was had my morning coffee with milk like I normally do. And so I cut out milk altogether. I've gone back on almond milk. I had tried almond milk a couple of years ago. Actually, I put the whole family on it. One of my children were getting really bad stomach aches every day. And somebody said to me, try almond milk for a while, for a month, and see if that would work. Well, after 3 months, she was still getting stomach aches. So we figured out it wasn't the milk. And she's so happy to go back on cow's milk. So when I brought the almond milk back in the house, my children were like, no, not almond milk. And I said, no, it's not for you guys. But my husband was happy because apparently he liked the almond milk more than the cow's milk. So we're a happy family now. We have 2 jugs of milk, one for almond milk and one for cow's milk for the children. So I guess I can't win them all. Anyhow, I am supposed to cut out all carbs, but I slowly reintroduced the carbs. If I eat a bun, like a hamburger, excuse me, I belched. That was so rude of me on camera. But anyways, if I eat a bun, like with a hamburger, I find I bloat, but I do get a stomach ache as well. In fact, I get a very tight, gross feeling in my stomach, and I am bloated like heck. So, but if I have a tortilla, so if I have a sandwich on a tortilla, or if I make a quesadilla, I do a lot of melts in the griddle. So kind of like a cheese with ham and tomato, or I'll put like chicken strips, and well, not like breaded, but like fresh chicken, like real chicken without the breading, and strip it all up and then put it in, kind of like pulled pork, but it's pulled chicken. Put it in with some cheese and some salsa and griddle that. the tortilla doesn't affect me whatsoever, which is really, really awesome. So those are the two things. Alcohol. I always knew I bloated with alcohol, probably because most of the alcohol I drink is bubbly, like 7-Up, and that's really not good. One thing I did notice though, I cut back on sugar and things are starting to taste different. And I mean added sugar. I can't get rid of all the sugar in my food. Oh, packaged foods, that was another big one. No packaged foods. So the only packaged food I would have would be like sour creams, because I make a lot of quesadillas. Yogurt, cheese, and I would only eat plain yogurt. I wouldn't have the fruit yogurt, because holy crap, when you see how much sugar there is in a serving of flavored yogurt, it freaked me out actually. So I started reading a book, and I will do a book review later on once I finish this book. It's a cookbook, and I'm actually loving it right now. We're going to do some sample recipes, and I hope to get some pictures and things and be able to show all of you. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this $28-day reset. It's a free reset. The rules are simple. You could do it yourself and just see how things work. I'm very happy how I'm finding out what works. Like I said, my taste buds have changed drastically. The other day I was eating a salad, just a tossed salad, and I swear the vinaigrette dressing was so strong, I did not like the vinaigrette dressing. And I figured out later why. There was sugar in it. So I do find when I do have a little bit of sugar though, I crave sugar. Like I want candy, I want pop, I want all that sweet stuff for like days on end. If you ever get a chance to read That Sugar film, read That Sugar book or watch That Sugar film, please do. It is based out of the UK, but the statistics of what sugar does to our body, we're all humans, and it's just crazy. So I've been trying to cut back, but because of this diet, I wouldn't really call it a diet. Diet's been given a really bad name on the internet. Diet actually means the food that you eat, not restriction. Restriction has nothing to do with diet. So let's call it the reset that I did. I really like hot cocoa. I don't know if you could see inside there. That's hot cocoa. No, it's not a mix. I actually was craving hot chocolate really badly. It got really cold a few days ago. And I was just freezing. And after a few hours of freezing, I was like, I really need a hot cocoa, because that's usually my go-to drink. So I looked up online how to make a sugar-free hot cocoa. How easy is this? I use almond milk, baking cocoa, and I use stevia. Yes, I know it's packaged, but at least it's all natural. And this is from Trader Joe's in the States, because I find it's the best stevia that I've found that has just stevia leaf in it and no other chemicals or no other sugars. Some of the stevia you can find have xylitol, starts with an X. I don't know what it's called, but I kind of wonder, I don't know what that is. I know it's a man-made type of sugar, and I'm like, why are we adding that to the stevia? Because stevia is 300 times sweeter than sugar. So you just add a pinch of the stevia to approximately a teaspoon, I don't really measure it anymore, of cocoa to a cup of milk. So what I do is I put the cocoa, the stevia, and just a drop of milk, like, I don't know, that much in this mug, and I mix it up really good, because cocoa doesn't blend really good when into a wet. It's kind of like taking cornstarch. It doesn't blend really well. I need to buy a mini whisk, which I don't have. But I've been using a fork or a spoon, and I whip it up like crazy. So I sit there for a minute, whipping. Make sure it's really dissolved into the milk. And then I add the rest of the milk up to the, fairly to the top. And I just microwave it. I'm sure using your stovetop probably would be better, but I'm kind of lazy when I'm freezing cold. And I just want something quick. So that's been what's been going on with me for the last it's been about a month actually to do the reset, but there's been nothing really going on in our lives different other than that. Spring break is coming up in about 3 weeks. This should be interesting. Spring break here in Vancouver is 2 weeks long. So during that time, it's in the middle of the month. So you get 1 month of school in the beginning of the month, 1 week of school in the beginning of the month, 1 week at the end of the month, and the 2 weeks in the middle off. So it'll be interesting if I can get all the videos up and running. I may not. I might be behind. So maybe after spring break, I'll do a bunch of videos at once. We'll see. I'm not sure, because I usually do these when my kids are either in school or out of the house. I just find it's the quietest and easiest for me to do. Anyhow, I hope you learned something. Maybe I've encouraged somebody. I have no idea, but just trying to figure out how to do things, living on the cheap. So have a good night. Thank you.